Did you know that you can actually reverse insulin resistance on a high sugar diet? I'm going to show you how. But firstly, you have to understand what insulin resistance is. So when you digest food, it turns into glucose, that wonderful sweet glucose. That's the first thing you need to understand. And then that glucose goes into your bloodstream. This is just going to represent the bloodstream. The sugar or the glucose goes in there, and the glucose will just be represented with some blue dots like this. It's in the bloodstream. Everything's fine at this point. And once that glucose or sugar hits the bloodstream, the pancreas is notified. And then the pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. I'm going to draw a lovely pancreas here. I'm just not sure about this. It kind of looks like something else, if you know what I mean right now, but you get me, you get me. The pancreas releases insulin. And you can think of insulin as like a food delivery guy, okay? This is going to make it much easier for you to understand the whole process. So insulin is a delivery guy. And let's just draw the delivery guy, shall we? It's going to be a very basic stick man, and he's got a cap on. All right, he is happy. He is going to deliver the sugar. That is what's meant to happen. So the delivery guy gets a notification that food has arrived in the bloodstream, sugar. So now he has to do his job, collect that food, collect that sugar, and deliver it to the cell. Here's the delivery guy grabbing that sugar because he's got to deliver it. He knows what he has to do. He's got to deliver it to the cells. So he's grabbing onto that sugar, and then he is going to take it to the cell. So now we're going to draw a cell, and this is going to be a healthy cell example. So now the delivery guy is taking that sugar to your cell. That's what his job is all about, to help nourish you by grabbing onto that sugar and delivering it to the cell. Okay, so the delivery driver, the delivery guy, he has the sugar and he's trying to give it to the cell. He's very excited. He's like, yeah, woo! I get to deliver a bag of sugar to the cell and light it up. And then what happens? He knocks on the door of the cell, and the cell door opens. The healthy cell door opens. There's no issues with the sugar getting into the cell. So the sugar ends up getting delivered, and the delivery is successful. It's a successful delivery, not a problem. And this sugar helps power the body and the brain. Yeah, so he has a clean delivery of his sugar parcel. So in an insulin resistant situation, I'm going to show you the difference. So here we have a cell, another cell, but this is a lipotoxic, basically a fatty cell. And this cell has a lot of fat around it, inside the cell, accumulating, all right? And that is the lipotoxicity. So it's really, clogging up the system. And what happens when the insulin is in the bloodstream? So we go back to this stage where insulin is grabbing the sugar and comes to this lipotoxic cell. Something very different happens here. Poor old insulin can't actually get into the cell. So insulin is basically just left outside, confused, not knowing what to do. I got your sugar delivery, why are you not letting me in? There's a bag of sugar. I got your sugar, knock knock, but the cell cannot open and accept the sugar delivery. It is a fail. And what we're seeing here is the fat, excess fat, is blocking the cell, is blocking insulin signaling to the cell. So excess fat blocks insulin from delivering sugar. And that is a problem. So what happens next is the pancreas releases more delivery guys because the sugar's not getting in. There's a problem here. So the pancreas is like, hang on, we've got to send more delivery guys. So the pancreas sends more insulin or delivery guys to collect the sugar. And then the bloodstream just gets overwhelmed. If we just kind of like separate this is a lipotoxic fatty cell, this is a lipotoxic bloodstream versus a healthy one. In the lipotoxic one, you just get an overwhelming amount of insulin because the fat is blocking the sugar from getting into the cell. So what happens is the sugar starts to back up with the insulin. So there's too many delivery guys, too much sugar, and they cannot get out of this stage and into the cell. And that's where a big problem. This is insulin resistance right here. So just to be clear, fat blocks sugar, and sugar plus insulin build up in the bloodstream, back up in the bloodstream. And this equals insulin resistance. This is the big issue right here. It's not the sugar's fault, it is the fat's fault, and I'm going to give you my magic formula to reverse insulin resistance, IR, or insulin resistance. So you want to eat 8 to 10 grams per kilo of body weight carbs, 8 to 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight. You want to have 5% of daily calories from fat, and you want to move your body because that helps to mop up the insulin, the glucose in the bloodstream. So 12,000 plus steps per day. This works. Do it daily and get back to me, and your life will change. You will reverse insulin resistance. So this is a final whiteboard. If you want to take a screenshot, share it around. We have to educate people because sugar is being blamed for fat's crimes.